Welcome back to Mass Effect. JC here, and Chipmunk.
Hello, folks.
Right, I'm going to warn everybody, do not expect a lot of action this time round, because this is one of those sections where phones go off and we talk to the crew. There's going to be a lot of talking to crew, then we're going to go to the hub location. There's going to be a lot of talking there. There's going to be picking up and doing small side missions. So don't expect an awful lot to happen because I'm doing some intermediary work.
Don't expect a lot of DACA.
This is why I said the start of this game takes a while, because you get an awful lot dumped on you very early on in the game and it's just like, go.
Right.
Poking at his phone. Is it the work one?
It's the work one.
Oh, you can poke a big hole through the middle of it then.
Much as I'd love to.
Hey, Commander.
Oh, of course, everybody's not in their standard positions until you come back from the hub. It's the Citadel. They've mentioned it before.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
Jenkins was a valuable part of this crew.
Part of me feels guilty over what happened. If Jenkins was still alive, I might not be here.
You're a good soldier, Williams. You belong on the Normandy.
Thanks, Commander. That means a lot from you. I've never met anyone who was awarded the Star of Terra.
Yes, that's Terra as in the planet, not terror as in rah.
Terra with an A rather than an OR.
Yeah. Not or.
Yes.
It just depends. Some pronunciations you can't tell the difference, except for the fact it's printed on the screen.
Right. Okay, carry
Pretty
on.
rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
We couldn't have done it without you, Williams.
Thanks, Commander. I have to admit, I was a little worried about being assigned to the Normandy. It's nice when someone makes you feel welcome.
I mean, you can go through this whole entire thing being an absolute dick. But that's not the tea bring away.
We're not dicks.
I think you're
That's
gonna
not the
fit in
tea bring
here
away.
just fine, Williams.
Thanks, Commander.
We're the Paragon, which means in this version of the game, before you get to the second and third games where you actually get the interrupts, you're an absolute goody two-shoes. Once I finally get into the next two games where I have interrupts, I can actually be a bona fide badass, like shove someone through a window, so I don't have to fight them.
You can get Saki.
Yep.
I can get that now. It doesn't make any difference to the game.
Oh yeah. See, because we always have the same thing. There's what the character says, there's what the character thinks, and then there's what I think. Three very different levels.
What we say.
Yeah.
You can walk up to someone and say, "Hello, shit for brains."
Hey, fuck nugget.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Hello, I'd like to ask you all these questions so I never have to ask you again.
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted
That's
right
true.
out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me.
You're
too
boring.
Safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the
As
stars.
bad as Jenkins
tending the
was.
wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes.
We all know
and
what happened to
sensitive
Jenkins.
Red shirt
souls.
syndrome.
Turns out military life
Yep.
isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse. And the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth. Or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
Interesting.
What do you know about Captain Anderson?
I've served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he cares about the people under his command.
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission, but he has an impressive service record, over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants.
Guilty.
Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
I mean, you know, mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain, you know, minor stuff.
Minor things, yeah.
What?
Maybe he should be rewired.
Can't.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Thank you. This is the last time I'll ever talk to you. Oh, my locker. Nom nom nom. Freebies.
Chinese.
I will take the freebies. Caden.
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
No.
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
That's it.
That's all you gotta say for me, fuck nugget.
Bye-bye.
God, I hate you.
Time to go.
He just doesn't. He just doesn't talk. He does. It's just he's not programmed to talk in this section. You have to talk to Ashley. And I think that's about it for here. Deck 1. Let's see. I might be able to go downstairs. Yes, I can. Going down.
Slow, isn't it?
Used to be a loading screen. It used to be that slow because of a loading.
Oh look, your wheels.
Yep. The Mako, floaty is all fun. That thing is just
Bouncy.
it's a bouncy, floaty thing. It's fun when you're in the correct missions, but when you're doing the random stuff on planets, it's a nightmare.
Yes, I've seen you bouncing around on planets.
Oh, it's a nightmare. But when you're doing the actual proper story missions that involve the Mako, it's nice. Mostly because it's flat. And you can hide around corners and go hull down and blast the hell out of stuff. It's great fun.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Ah.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands. Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased, but I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless. And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can. Check back often. I need to move items quickly, so only the most basic items will be stocked consistently.
Interesting.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Basic level armors, because we're right at the start of the game. That cost more than you can ever hope to. There. By the end of the game, I will have that number maxed. Ooh, now these, worthwhile. And they are cheap as anything.
Are they?
That upgrades, increases maximum units of Medigel by 1.
Ah.
The oops, somebody just hit the floor button.
Yes.
Or the oh no, I'm hurt, I need to heal button. And that obviously allows me to carry more nades, which I must use more often. I mean, last time I went through and just didn't use them. Hence why when the first time I went to use them as part of a mission, and I'm like, why didn't that grenade explode? I was expecting it on a timer.
Yep.
No, you have to push the grenade button again to make it go boom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everything else, the actual weaponry and stuff, it just costs too much. So. Alright.
Yep.
More codex entries. We will have a codex episode.
Hello, you've got a red cross. Isn't that normally for baddies?
No, objectives. Or interactables. In this case, it's lockers. For changing people's equipment outside of battle.
Ah.
Do we have anybody we can talk to back there? Not really. All codex entries.
Hmm.
Core. More entries for later. Oh,
Shame about Jenkins, Commander.
yeah, most people won't actually talk to me at this moment. You can talk to them later, once you're actually out of the prologue. There will be another session where I am talking to everybody. But don't worry, it's very jarring when you suddenly just teleport. It's like, okay, you want me to stand here? Okay. Who else can I talk to before we finish off? You gotta love these automatic doors. Open up. Salute. Thank you. It's because I know what they're gonna do. It's just
Respect my authority.
respect my authority. I'm the XO on this ship.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
Okay, so yes, not many people will talk to you at this stage. Yoink. Most people just say, oh, it's just for the codec. No, I got it for the experience. I grabbed those things for the experience points. Okay, Joker.
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
Look at the size of that ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower, too.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side, then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower. Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
Spot the mistake they made. He was talking to Citadel Control.
Yes.
And he referred to it as Alliance Control when he was being transferred to Alliance Control. Whoopsies! You go goofed.
Oh well.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
Yeah, well.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there. If they don't stop him, I will.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not his.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
Ick.
That's why I hate politicians.
Yep.
I can't tell the aliens from the animals.
Oof. Yeah, at the start of the game she is very xenophobic. Unfortunately, at this time period, most of the Alliance crew are dicks. Let's go play Frogger. Oh, missed. There you go. Got it that time. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Read at your own leisure. And that just gave me a mission. It's right. Udina won't mind me hacking his... In your own time, you two pair of clowns.
Follow.
Follow me. Oh, I don't want to talk to them. I had a chat with those two last time round. They're just annoying. Open sesame.
Welcome to the Presidium. Allow me to be your guide.
No, thank you. We need to push the plot on a little bit more. Right. Rapid transit there. Okay. Push the plot on a bit more, then it opens up. Hello, right, we've arrived. We used the little shuttle to move a very short distance because I'm lazy to get.
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the Council. Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vicarian. I was the officer in charge of the CSEC investigation into Saren.
Who were you just talking to?
That was Executor Palin, head of Citadel Security, my boss. He'll be presenting my findings on Saren to the Council.
Sounds like you really want to bring him down.
I don't trust him. Something about him rubs me the wrong way. But he's a Spectre. Everything he touches is classified. I can't find any hard evidence.
I think the Council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you.
Nope. Fat chance they never listen to me. Oh, spoilers. I mean, the worst threat in the galaxy can poke its head through that glass dome there. They still wouldn't listen to me. Bunch of half-wits.
Don't be ridiculous. The Volus won't be joining the Council for years.
I'm not so sure. The humans are making a strong push, and you can bet the Volus will be right on their coattails.
I'll pick up all the quests later.
The hearing's already started. Come on.
Wait for the shit show to start. And
The Geth
go.
attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel Security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard. The one who let the beacon get destroyed.
The mission to Eden Prime was top secret. The only way you could know about the beacon was if you were there.
With Nihilus gone, his files passed on to me. I read the Eden Prime report. I was unimpressed. But what can you expect from a human?
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres.
He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
You can't hide behind the Council forever.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
This meeting is adjourned.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
You chose.
He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
Tell me about this history between you and Saren.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago. Things went bad. Real bad. We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like. And he has to be stopped.
What's our next step?
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that C-Sec investigator? We saw him arguing with the Executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact in C-Sec who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Oh, God.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
The Ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Dick.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the wards.
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker?
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives. He might know something about Saren, but his information won't come cheap.
Yeah, we'll talk about their past in another episode.
Our ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the Council.
He's just frustrated. The Council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community. But for them, it's a one-way street. They want us to expand and settle unstable regions like the Skillian Verge and the Attican Traverse. But when we run into trouble, they don't want to help us out. Everyone knows it's only a matter of time until we get a seat on the Council. The Ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
Maybe they'd let us join the Council if we were more willing to cooperate with the other species.
Of course they would. If we did everything they told us to, They'd love to have us on the council, but it wouldn't be much of a deal for us. I understand their side. They don't want us dominating the council. It's founded on cooperation and alliances. But we have to look out for our own interests, too.
You don't think much of Harkin.
The guy joined C-Sec about 20 years ago. He's been an embarrassment to our species ever since. Roughing up suspects in custody, bribery accusations, alcohol and drug use. The embassy used to step in when he got in trouble. But I guess enough was enough.
Yep, that sounds about right for being a complete and utter arsehat.
The guy's a scumbag. He should have been cut loose a long time ago.
Said it better than
He
I
was
did.
one of the first human C-Sec officers. Guess it would have looked bad if he got fired. A lot of backroom deals were worked out over the years to keep him on the force. Politics is a dirty business sometimes, but it looks like his time's run out. We've got enough humans in C-Sec now to stop protecting him.
I thought this embassy was supposed to help humans.
Harkin may be human, but he's also an ass. He's had more than his share of chances. If the embassy wasn't protecting him, he would have been fired 15 years ago. C-Sec is better off without him.
I want to know more about the Spectres.
They're not your typical government agency. They tend to work alone, behind the scenes. They take care of problems the Council can't. It's not easy preserving peace across an entire galaxy. The Council prefers to use diplomacy and negotiation. But sometimes more extreme measures are needed.
How do they decide who becomes a Spectre?
You can't just apply to join. There's no training program. Spectres aren't made. They're born. The Council's always looking for exceptional individuals. People who can get the job done, like you. They've been watching you for years. They see something in you. They want you on their side. Nihilus was supposed to give them a final recommendation, but with him gone, things are still up in the air.
What's their command structure like?
There is no command structure. Each Spectre answers directly to the Council. Sometimes they're sent on specific missions. Other times, they act on their own. They tend to operate outside the law, do whatever it takes to accomplish their goals. The Council just turns a blind eye. Spectres have a lot of power, Shepard.
Sometimes you can even ring up the Council and then hang up the phone on them. Which is a thing you can do in this game.
They sound like shadow operatives.
Everything about them is classified. We don't even know how many there are. The latest Alliance estimate puts their numbers under 100. But the Council couldn't do its job without them. They're the Citadel's top agents, the last line of defense, the final option before open war. The entire galaxy respects and fears them. If a Spectre shows up, you know something big is about to happen.
Yes, they send in the Spectres before pushing the big red button.
Yes, the OS button.
It depends on whether the big red, if they let the Spectre get out the way before they push the big red button.
Yes.
What happens when a Spectre goes rogue, like Saren?
It doesn't happen often. The Council is careful when they select their candidates. But when something does go wrong, there's usually only one solution. Send another Spectre to bring the rogue agent down.
Thanks.
Tell me about Barlavon.
He specializes in moving large sums of money without leaving a paper trail. A financial genius, doesn't do anything illegal, but he knows all the loopholes. He's got an impressive client list. Ambassadors, diplomats, Spectres. That's probably why the Shadow Broker uses him.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
He's a necessary evil of galactic politics. Buying and selling information is a part of the game, and the Shadow Broker just happens to be the best player on the field. Always sells to the highest bidder. Doesn't get involved in politics, doesn't pick sides. A simple system, but it works. He's not a threat to anyone, not directly. He's just a resource we can use, or she is. Or maybe they are. Nobody really knows.
I should go.
Good luck, Shepard. I'll be over in the ambassador's office if you need anything else.
Yep. I'm gonna go pick up all those side quests, eh? Or I could wait till I'm a Spectre. Yeah, I know. I noticed that. Alright. I'll pick you up later. I may just carry on and just get through to being a Spectre, then do all the side quests. Because then, if anybody kicks up any stink about what I'm doing, I just go, I'm a Spectre.
Spectre, asshole. Bye-bye.
Pretty much, yeah. So it's probably better off to just go for it. Presidium embassies. And we'll just wander around the embassies picking up stuff. I have arrived. I need to go to the bank, actually. There you go. Bank. There's one. So, we are actually out of time. So what we're going to do... one statue somewhere around here that's important. I don't remember where it is. I mean, I'm sure it's going to pop up much later. Never mind. I'd like to go over here. Sprint over here. Clowns. Keep up. Yes, it's also shopping I need to do. So I can buy,
stuffs.
licenses. There you go, that's where we're going next time. But on that note, thank you for watching. Until next time, this is JC and Chipmunk, out.
Bye for now.